My name's Tim Loulies. I'm your host and MC for the evening. Since I've been doing this whole comedy thing, I've been getting a lot more attention from the ladies. And get the attention, that's just half the battle. So now all I got to do is convince a girl to share a bed with me and my sleep apnea machine.
Comedy helped save my life. There was one point when I lost everything. I went to such a deep depression, I considered taking my life. Since I discovered comedy and really got into it, it's taken a lot of those dark days away.
Days are going pretty good, y'all. Yeah. This crazy weather we had, man, it was just like, what, 80 degrees 3 days ago, man? I used to be a big skeptic of global warming, man, but living in Hampton Roads all my life, man, I'm starting to really rethink this stuff, man. Can you please explain to me how the hell last winter I caught frostbite on January 6th and a mosquito bite on January 9th? That ain't supposed to happen, man.
I remember my first experiences with stand-up as a child. When my older cousin would leave the house, he would leave behind Eddie Murphy cassette tapes. The language enough was funny. To hearing the crowd's reaction, it really grabbed my attention of what stand-up was. It's a career. I was always the class clown. I always would get written up for telling jokes. Comedy was something I always do. It's just always that self-doubt. It was just the fear of being on stage.
Do you have any dinners?
So when I got out of high school, I was making 6 digits a year, house on a lake, a nice car, friends. You would think I'd be happy, but I was always under pressure. So I was miserable. Summer of 2007 came, and I lost everything. I was 30 years old. I decided then, I was like, this is the time I need to go out and get on stage. I had no idea how to become a stand-up comic. I heard Kazi's out at Newport News had an open mic. Very first time on stage, out of 32 comics, I'm number 32. So I have to sit there for 2 hours with these nerves eating me to death. So finally I get up at the end. Everything I've been trying to memorize just goes blank. And I just pull a joke out of my pocket. I went to the big jokes. You know, I said something like, hey, I don't know if it's just me, but I just want to let the staff and owners know that, you know, these chairs in here are a little wobbly. I just thought that right off the top of my head, and I get that laugh. And right when I got that laugh, I felt something I never felt in my life before. And waking up that next day, it was like I felt like I was literally reborn. I just realized, yes, you can do this.
I'm actually celebrating a little something, ladies and gentlemen. I got some great news. In the past 3 months, I have lost 34 pounds. Thank you. Now when I go into the grocery stores, I try not to make eye contact with those foods I used to indulge in. And I'm walking down the aisle, and over my shoulder, I hear the ice cream talking to me like, hey, boy, look over here. Got some new flavors for you.
Comics are people that are emotional because they've been through the down times. I grew up an overweight kid. I always got picked on about my weight. I use a lot of that in my material. How can someone hurt my feelings when I could put it on stage in front of 300 people and have them rolling in tears? How can anyone ever hurt my feelings again? If it is something that depresses me or gets me down, I'm gonna package it up, I'm gonna put it on stage, and I'm gonna get laughs from it.
I'm about to take this weight loss to a whole nother level because my doctor just put me on Adderall. Boy. Man, my first day on Adderall, I burned 2,200 calories at the gym, went home, built a damn website, and then started calling on my family and friends to see if the kids ain't left over Legos they weren't playing with. I had to have something to occupy my mind.
It takes probably several hundred to 1,000 times for you to be on stage for you to begin to even scratch the surface of who you are as a comic. You learn much more on a night where you bomb than a night where you, quote unquote, kill it. To master this craft and to do it professionally, you have to find who you are on stage.
I can't be about that life no more, guys. I'm gonna get a little personal with you guys. But my health really caught up to me. At the end of 2014, I was diagnosed with kidney cancer. Last November, I went under the knife. I had some of the best doctors in Virginia. They got the entire tumor. They think it's gonna be a 0 chance of recurrence. So I feel great.
I went to the emergency room over something totally unrelated. They did an x-ray, they found this tumor on my kidney. It scared myself and my family. It gave me a new outlook now to want to take more risks.
With that, we'll turn it over to our main man, Tim, to kick off week 2.
All right.
Tim.
How we doing?
Hey.
Great. When you sat down to write, was there anything you got questions about?
How is it that you can get to the meat of the joke without, you know, how you're building up? Because it's kind of difficult for me.
One thing that you don't want to do with comedy is you don't want to complicate it. Go from your heart, especially right when you're first starting doing comedy. If you think something's funny, if you think it's funny here or there, get to it at your own pace. And then by right around the second or third week, you'll start to get a general idea of how to get to that funny a lot quicker.
I never thought of myself as a teacher. It was something that really clicked with me. It was almost like that time where I realized I could do stand-up comedy. I realized I can teach, and I've over time developed more and more of a passion for it. It's kind of held back my own solo career. But I really thought about it. If I stopped teaching, will I be happy? And the answer was no, it wouldn't.
There you go, Jim. Good job.
My wife and I have been married for 36 years, and I've got some theories about marriage and dating. One of them is that we date for the things that are different about us, and then we spend our married life trying to make each other the same. Okay?
It's not just always about seeing them go on to be professional comics. It's seeing them come out their shell. That's a huge payoff for me.
I took a joke, and I took the different types of things we did, the setup and the misdirection and tags, and then the rule of three.
That's very impressive, man. I've never seen anyone break it down like this. I've taught veterans, of course. I've taught TV personalities, DJs. I've taught Boy Scout leaders. I've taught like all this stuff. You're the first minister, and I think it's great. It's very unique, and everything you've applied over the 4 weeks, it was really outstanding, man. Very proud of you.
Hey, I appreciate all the help you've
Hey,
given.
no problem, man.
This is
Thanks
great.
a lot.
I'm looking
Ladies
forward
and
to it.
gentlemen, are you ready for your headliner tonight? Jimmy Beach, let's give a loud, warm welcome to John Witherspoon.
I think comedy has really taught me fate is fate. Every mistake leads you to the path you're supposed to be on. Yeah, I wish I would have started stand-up comedy when I was 20 years old. I think, oh, where could I be at now? But then there were life experiences that I needed to live before I could tell those stories. As crazy as it sounds, I'm looking forward to my next mistake, and the one after that, and the one after that, so I can grow, and I can learn from this stuff. So then I can make a joke about it, So.
My man, Tim, my man, good show, man.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Good week.
I look forward to working with you every time you come to town.
All the
man.
time.
It's a blessing to be able to, as a fan, as a fan of yours for over 25 years, be
Yes.
able to work with you, man.
Thank you, man.
It's like a dream come true.
Then you gave me a plate of ribs. Your brother,
Yeah.
they cooked them ribs. What was the name of his place?
Bobby's Barbecue.
Bobby's Barbecue. Bobby, thank you. We had ribs, we had beans.
Yeah, beans.
We had collard greens. Y'all
cornbread.
they eat
Yeah,
collard.
yeah.
They eat collard greens here. They eat cornbread here. Bobby,
Yes, sir.
my man, very funny man.
Yep.
Very funny man. Yeah. Let me get $10, bro.
Hey, thank you very much.